Welcome to another deep dive. This week we're tackling all the big AI news from January 13th to the 17th.
Lots to unpack.
Definitely. From OpenAI's work on making cells younger to President Biden's warning about AI's risks.
It's been a busy week. A lot of headlines for sure.
Absolutely. You ready to jump in?
Ready when you are.
All right. So one of the things that really struck me is just how wide-reaching AI is becoming. It's not just about tech anymore. It's touching pretty much every industry you can think of.
Yeah, we're seeing that play out in the news for sure. This week alone, we've got AI in healthcare, education, material science, even international relations. It's crazy.
It's wild. And it feels like the pace is only accelerating.
Definitely. The advancements are coming faster and faster. And it's not just incremental progress either. We're seeing breakthroughs that have the potential to completely change the game.
Absolutely. Like OpenAI, for example. They're not just sticking to natural language processing anymore. They're diving headfirst into longevity research with their new protein engineering model.
Yeah, that one caught my eye too. Turning regular cells into stem cells. It sounds like science fiction.
It really does. And while the idea of reversing aging is definitely attention-grabbing, the implications for healthcare as a whole are massive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Think about it. Treating diseases, repairing damaged tissues, even growing new organs, it's mind-blowing stuff.
It really makes you wonder what the future holds. And it's not just OpenAI that's pushing boundaries. AI tutoring platforms are also showing incredible results, especially in helping students from underserved communities catch up and excel.
Education is definitely ripe for disruption, and AI might just be the key. Imagine a world where every student has access to personalized tutoring tailored to their individual needs and learning style.
That would be incredible. It could level the playing field and give everyone a fair shot at success. But as with any powerful technology, there are risks and concerns that need to be addressed.
Right. We can't just ignore the potential downsides. I mean, look at President Biden's farewell address. He went out of his way to warn about the risks of AI, even comparing the situation to Eisenhower's concerns about the military-industrial complex.
That's a pretty serious comparison. It shows that this is something that's on the minds of world leaders, and for good reason.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake here. If we're not careful, these technologies could be used to concentrate power, exacerbate inequalities, or even create entirely new forms of warfare.
It's a sobering reminder that we need to proceed with caution and think carefully about the ethical implications of AI development.
Absolutely. And we need to have these conversations now before it's too late.
Exactly. And we've already seen some examples of AI going wrong, like when Apple had to disable its AI-generated news summaries because they were spitting out inaccurate headlines.
Yeah, that was a bit of a wake-up call. It showed that we can't just blindly trust AI systems to generate accurate information. We need human oversight, robust fact-checking mechanisms, and a healthy dose of skepticism.
Absolutely. And then there was all the chaos during the LA wildfires with those AI-generated fake images circulating online.
Misinformation is a huge problem in the age of AI. We need to develop strategies to detect and combat these deepfakes and educate the public on how to critically evaluate the information they encounter online.
So true. AI literacy is becoming more and more important. We need to equip people with the skills and knowledge to navigate this complex landscape.
Absolutely. It's not just about understanding the technology, it's about understanding how it's being used and how it can be misused.
And it's not just tech giants that are grappling with these challenges. Apparently, even Amazon is struggling to make Alexa into a truly reliable AI agent. Creating a seamless and trustworthy AI experience is proving to be much harder than it looks.
It's a complex challenge, for sure. You need to consider everything from user privacy and data security to the reliability and predictability of the system itself. And you need to build trust, which is no easy feat.
Especially when you have incidents like the Apple News summaries popping up. It makes people hesitant to rely on AI systems for important tasks.
Yeah, trust is fragile and it can be easily broken. But on a more positive note, the rise of open source AI is really exciting. It's like a breath of fresh air in a landscape dominated by big tech.
It really is. It feels like it's leveling the playing field and democratizing access to these powerful technologies.
Exactly. With companies like Minimax releasing ultra-long context LLMs at affordable prices, smaller organizations and independent developers finally have a chance to play in the big leagues.
And it's not just about access. Open source AI is also fostering a culture of collaboration and innovation. We're seeing researchers and developers from all over the world coming together to build and improve these models.
It's a beautiful thing to witness. The open source community is proving that you don't need a massive budget or a corporate behemoth behind you to make a real impact in AI.
And the results speak for themselves. We've got a $450 open-source reasoning model that can rival OpenAI's O1 model. And the MBZ UAI researchers have released the Llama V01 multimodal model, which is making waves in the field of visual reasoning. It's amazing to see what the open-source community is achieving.
It really is. It shows that innovation can come from anywhere. And it's a reminder that AI is too important to be left in the hands of a few powerful companies.
Exactly. We need diverse perspectives, open collaboration, and a commitment to ethical development if we want to ensure that AI benefits all of humanity.
Couldn't agree more. But it's not all sunshine and roses, right? We need to talk about the elephant in the room, AI's impact on the workforce.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. It seems like everyone's worried about AI taking their jobs. And with the World Economic Forum predicting that AI will create millions of new jobs while displacing many existing ones, it's a topic that's generating a lot of anxiety.
It's understandable. It's a time of great uncertainty. And the truth is, nobody really knows for sure how this is all going to play out.
Yeah, there are so many factors at play, and it's going to vary from industry to industry, country to country. It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
Absolutely. But one thing's for sure, we need to be prepared. We need to be thinking about the skills we need to develop, the industries that are going to be most affected, and the policies we need to put in place to support workers through this transition.
It's a massive undertaking, but it's essential if we want to create a future where AI benefits everyone, not just a select few.
I think it all comes down to education, adaptability, and a willingness to embrace change.
It's about lifelong learning, constantly updating our skills, and being open to new opportunities.
Exactly. And it's about creating a society that supports workers through these transitions, provides access to training and education, and ensures that everyone has a fair shot at success in the age of AI.
Well said. But while we're trying to figure out the long-term implications, the financial sector is already feeling the tremors. Bloomberg just published a report suggesting that AI could eliminate over 200,000 Wall Street jobs in the coming years.
That's a huge number. It shows that AI is not just a theoretical threat. It's already having a real impact on people's livelihoods.
And it's a reminder that no industry is truly immune to AI's disruptive potential.
We need to be having these conversations at every level, from individual workers to corporate leaders to policymakers.
We need to be thinking about how we can harness the power of AI for good while mitigating the potential negative consequences.
It's a balancing act, and it's going to require collaboration, innovation, and a commitment to putting people first.
All right, let's switch gears a bit and talk about something that's generating a lot of excitement. AI agents.
Oh yeah, AI agents, they're like the cool kids on the block right now. Everyone's talking about them.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
They have the potential to change the way we interact with technology, automate tasks, and free up our time for more creative and meaningful pursuits.
It's like having a personal assistant, but on steroids. They can do everything from managing your schedule and booking travel arrangements to helping you write reports and even generate creative content.
And we're seeing some really interesting developments in this space. OpenAI, for example, is rolling out a tasks feature for ChatGPT, allowing users to assign specific actions and track their progress.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a step towards making AI agents more proactive and capable of handling more complex tasks.
And then there's Microsoft's AutoGen platform, which is introducing a new multi-agent system that allows different AI agents to collaborate and execute tasks together.
It's like having a team of AI specialists working for you, each with its own unique skills and expertise.
And they can communicate with each other, share information, and coordinate their actions to achieve a common goal. It's pretty mind-blowing.
Definitely. It opens up a whole new world of possibilities for what AI agents can accomplish.
And it's not just about software agents. OpenAI is also rebuilding its robotics division after shutting it down back in 2020.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting development. They're clearly looking to bring their AI advancements into the physical world, blurring the lines between the digital and physical realms.
It's like science fiction is becoming reality. Robots that can learn, adapt, and interact with the world in sophisticated ways.
It's both exciting and a little unnerving. We need to be thinking carefully about the implications of this technology, especially when it comes to things like automation, job displacement, and even the potential for AI-powered weapons systems.
You're absolutely right. It's essential that we have these conversations now while the technology is still in its early stages. We need to ensure that AI is developed and deployed in a responsible and ethical way.
We need to be guided by human values, prioritize safety and security, and ensure that AI benefits all of humanity, not just a select few.
Well said. And speaking of the bigger picture, the The geopolitical implications of AI are becoming increasingly apparent. It's clear that AI is not just a technological race, but a strategic one, with nations vying for dominance in this field.
Absolutely. AI is seen as a key driver of economic growth, military power, and global influence. And the competition is heating up.
And the U.S. is not sitting on the sidelines. They've just imposed sweeping new controls on global AI chip exports, specifically targeting countries they deem adversaries.
That's a pretty bold move. It shows how seriously the U.S. is taking the strategic importance of AI.
And it's not just about chips. The U.S. is also investing heavily in AI research and development, working to build partnerships with allies, and developing policies to promote ethical AI development.
It's a multi-pronged approach, and it reflects a growing recognition that AI is going to play a defining role in shaping the 21st century.
It's a new kind of arms race. But instead of nuclear weapons, it's about algorithms, data, and computing power.
And the stakes are incredibly high.
And in the midst of all this geopolitical maneuvering, OpenAI has published a U.S. blueprint for shared prosperity in AI, outlining their vision for how the U.S. can maintain its leadership while ensuring that AI benefits all of humanity.
It's an ambitious plan, and it's definitely worth a read. OpenAI is calling for a number of initiatives, including establishing clear regulatory frameworks, investing heavily in AI infrastructure, and creating AI economic zones to connect local industries with AI research.
It's a comprehensive plan that aims to balance the need for U.S. competitiveness with the commitment to ethical development and widespread access to AI's benefits.
It's a recognition that the future of AI cannot be determined by any single nation or company. It requires international cooperation, ethical considerations, and a focus on ensuring that AI's potential is harnessed for the benefit of all.
But while the U.S. is laying out its vision, China is not backing down. Chinese AI company Minimax continues to release competitive new models, demonstrating their determination to challenge the global AI landscape.
The competition is fierce, and it's becoming clear that we're entering a multipolar world where AI leadership will be shared among several nations.
It's going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out. AI is a game changer, and it's going to have a profound impact on the global balance of power.
We're living through a historic moment, and it's important to be aware of the forces that are shaping our future. It's like every week something new pops up that just blows your mind. AI is moving so fast.
I know, right? It's tough to keep up, but that's kind of the fun of it, right? Discovering what's next. Speaking of what's next, Microsoft just made their Copilot AI assistant free for everyone.
Oh yeah, that's a big deal. That could really shake things up.
Right, like imagine students using AI to help with their homework, or small businesses using it for marketing. It's like AI for the everyday person.
Totally. It levels the playing field a bit. But, one of the big criticisms of AI has been those hallucinations, right? Where the AI just makes stuff up.
Oh yeah, that's a worry for sure,
Right.
especially when you're relying on it for information.
Right. But then you've got companies like Contextual AI trying to tackle that with their new REG platform. It's all about making AI more accurate by connecting it to real sources of information.
So kind of like giving AI a fact checker.
Exactly. Makes you wonder why that wasn't there from the start.
Well, AI development is all about trial and error, right? Speaking of pushing the boundaries, Luma Labs has this next-level AI video model that can create realistic video clips just from text prompts.
I saw that. It's incredible. Water physics, human movement, it even gets those details right.
It's crazy. Like, what does this mean for filmmakers, for advertisers, even for educators? The possibilities are endless.
It's democratizing creativity. Anyone with a laptop could potentially create Hollywood-level visuals.
And on a more serious note, researchers have developed a deep learning model that can predict breast cancer up to 5 years in advance.
Now that's the kind of news that gives you hope. Early detection is everything. AI could truly save lives.
Absolutely. And the innovations just keep coming. This Titans approach where AI models can actually learn during testing, that's huge.
Yeah, that's a big step forward. AI that can adapt in real time, just like humans do. Imagine the potential for robotics, for self-driving cars, even for personalized medicine.
So instead of just relying on the data it was trained on, the AI can keep learning and evolving. It's remarkable.
It is. It makes you wonder, though, how do we prepare for a future where AI is constantly learning and changing?
It's a good question. And one we're all grappling with. I mean, teenagers are already using ChatGPT for schoolwork, despite all its flaws.
That's the reality, isn't it? AI is becoming part of everyday life, whether we like it or not.
Right. And it raises questions about education. Do we embrace these tools? Teach kids how to use them responsibly? Or do we resist the change?
It's a tough one. We need to find a balance. But speaking of change, Bloomberg is now using AI for news summaries, too.
Oh, wow, so they're jumping on the bandwagon as well.
Yeah.
I guess everyone's looking for ways to make sense of the information overload.
Well, think about it. AI could potentially create personalized news feeds tailored to your interests. That could be really useful.
True, as long as it's accurate and unbiased.
Right, that's the key. We don't want AI creating filter bubbles or echo chambers.
Exactly. We still need critical thinking and a diversity of viewpoints.
Huh.
Speaking of information processing, Google has this new Titans neural network module that's all about improving AI memory.
Like giving AI a long-term memory. That's interesting.
Yeah, it could be a game changer for developing AI systems that can learn and adapt over time. Imagine AI that remembers everything you've ever interacted with.
Whoa. That's a little creepy, but also pretty amazing. Talk about personalized experiences.
Mhm.
But on a more technical note, Sakana AI just unveiled Transformer 2, which is this self-adaptive model that changes its neural pathways depending on the task.
So it's like AI that's not one size fits all. It can actually specialize.
Right. Think of it like a Swiss Army knife. It can adapt and become the perfect tool for any job.
That's a good analogy. Speaking of perfect tools, Google's teaming up with the Associated Press to provide real-time news feeds for its Gemini AI assistant.
That's a powerful combination. Having up-to-the-minute news data will be crucial for AI systems that want to stay relevant and provide accurate information.
Makes sense. Google wants Gemini to be the go-to source for information, so they need reliable data.
Exactly. And it's interesting to see traditional media companies like the Associated Press partnering with AI companies. It shows how much the landscape is changing.
And the money is pouring into this space. Synthesia, the AI video platform, just got a massive $180 million in funding. They're now valued at over $2 billion.
That's huge. It shows investors are really betting on the future of AI video creation.
And they're probably right. Synthesia's platform is pretty incredible. AI-generated avatars, professional quality videos, it's all there.
It's democratizing video production. Anyone can create high-quality video content now without needing a big budget or a studio.
Amazing. And while Synthesia is focusing on video, OpenAI is expanding its news partnership with Axios, funding 4 new local newsrooms that will integrate with ChatGPT and other AI tools.
That's a fascinating experiment. I'm curious to see how it plays out. Local journalism is struggling, and AI could potentially help with things like transcribing interviews, generating summaries, and even identifying trends in local data.
So it could free up journalists to do more in-depth reporting and investigative work.
Exactly. That's the hope anyway. But of course, there are concerns about AI bias and the potential for job displacement.
Right. We need to be mindful of the ethical implications. And speaking of ethics, Cisco is launching a new AI security platform to prevent tampering and data leaks.
As AI becomes more powerful and integrated into critical systems, security becomes paramount.
Makes sense. We need to make sure these systems are protected from hacking, manipulation, and all sorts of malicious attacks.
Absolutely. And it looks like former President Trump, Elon Musk, and Microsoft's CEO are getting together to discuss AI and cybersecurity.
Wow, that's a pretty high-powered meeting.
It shows how seriously people are taking these issues. AI is no longer just a tech topic. It's a national security issue, a global competitiveness issue, and even a democracy issue.
It's a big deal, for sure. And while the U.S. is grappling with these challenges, Chinese AI company Minimax is continuing to make waves with their new models.
The competition is heating up. China is clearly committed to becoming a leader in AI, and they're putting their money where their mouth is.
It's an AI arms race, in a way.
Yes.
And it's not just about who has the most powerful AI, it's about who uses it most responsibly.
Exactly. We need international cooperation, ethical guidelines, and a focus on using AI for good, not for harm.
Well said. And it's not just about competition either. AMD researchers have published this agent laboratory framework that could change the way we do research.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool one. Using large language models as research assistants, that's pretty genius.
Imagine AI that can sift through tons of scientific papers, analyze data, and even help design experiments.
It could accelerate breakthroughs in every field, from medicine to climate science.
It's like giving every researcher a team of superpowered AI assistants. And speaking of assistants, Savannah Federer just launched Astral, which uses AI to automate social media engagement.
So no more spending hours on Twitter and Instagram. Sign me up.
Right. It's like having a social media guru working for you 24/7.
Yeah.
Scheduling posts, analyzing trends, engaging with followers. It can do it all.
That's pretty slick. And it looks like OpenAI is adding some serious firepower to their board of directors. Adebayo Ogunlesi, the chairman of GIP and a BlackRock executive, is joining the team.
That's a big get. He brings a wealth of experience in global finance and infrastructure to the table.
It shows OpenAI is thinking beyond the tech world. They're recognizing that AI is going to impact every industry, from finance to energy to transportation.
Smart move. They need people who understand these sectors if they want to shape the future of AI in a responsible way.
Absolutely. And speaking of shaping the future, French AI startup Bioptimus just secured $41 million to develop what they're calling a GPT for biology.
Whoa, that's ambitious. What exactly does that even mean?
Well, think about how GPT-3 revolutionized language processing. Bioptimus wants to do the same for biology. Imagine an AI that can predict protein folding, design new drugs, or even create synthetic life forms.
That's some next level stuff.
It is. It could lead to incredible breakthroughs in healthcare, agriculture, and even environmental protection.
But like you said earlier, it also raises some serious ethical questions. We need to be careful with this kind of power.
Absolutely. We need to proceed with caution and ensure that these technologies are used for good, not for harm.
Well said. And while Bioptimus is focused on the building blocks of life, Microsoft is teaming up with education giant Pearson to focus on the future of work.
Oh, interesting. What are they up to?
They're creating AI-powered skilling solutions and certifications. Basically, they're trying to prepare the workforce for the AI age.
Makes sense. As AI changes the job market, we need to make sure people have the skills they need to succeed.
Exactly. And it's not just about technical skills. It's about critical thinking, problem solving, adaptability, and all those other human skills that AI can't replicate.
It's about being human in a world that's increasingly driven by machines.
Well said.
Ah,
But speaking of machines, it seems like AI's hunger for data is insatiable. I read that major AI companies are paying top dollar to content creators for exclusive video footage to train their models.
data is the fuel of AI, and video data is especially valuable. It helps AI systems understand the nuances of human movement, facial expressions, and all those other subtle cues that make us human.
It's like AI is becoming a patron of the arts, supporting creators while simultaneously learning from their work.
It's a symbiotic relationship, in a way.
And to keep pace with the rapid evolution of AI, Microsoft is creating a new Core AI division to bring all their AI efforts under one roof.
So they're going all in on AI.
It seems like it. They're unifying their platform, accelerating development, and putting a lot of resources behind AI.
It's a smart move. AI is going to be a key driver of innovation and growth in the coming years, and Microsoft wants to be at the forefront of that.
Absolutely. And Elon Musk just made a pretty bold claim, saying that AI has already exhausted all available human training data.
Wow, that's a provocative statement. Is he right? I don't know. But it does raise an interesting question. What happens when AI runs out of human data to learn from?
Maybe it'll start creating its own data.
Mm.
Or maybe we'll need to find new ways to collect and annotate data. It's definitely a challenge that researchers are going to have to address.
For sure. It's one of the many challenges we're facing as AI continues to evolve.
But speaking of evolution, NVIDIA just unveiled a new AI blueprint for retail shopping assistants.
Oh, that's interesting. What can these AI assistants do?
Well, imagine an AI that can help you find products, make recommendations, and even create virtual try-on experiences.
So like a personal shopper in your pocket. That could be pretty cool.
Yeah, it could revolutionize the retail experience, both online and in physical stores.
It's like AI is becoming our guide to the world of products and services.
And speaking of guides, we talked about AMD's Agent Laboratory earlier, but it's worth revisiting because it's such a powerful concept. Using large language models as research assistants could accelerate breakthroughs in every field imaginable.
It's a game changer for scientists and researchers. Imagine having an AI that can read and understand scientific papers, analyze complex data sets, and even help design experiments.
It's like giving every researcher a superpowered research assistant. It's exciting to think about the possibilities.
It's amazing, isn't it, how AI can help us understand things better, even the human body. But on the flip side, there's that Bloomberg intelligence report saying AI could wipe out 200,000 Wall Street jobs.
Yeah, 200,000. That's a lot of people. AI's impact on jobs is a real concern.
Absolutely. Anyone who thinks their job is safe from automation needs to think again. But it's not all doom and gloom.
Right. It's not just about jobs disappearing, it's about jobs changing.
Exactly. New jobs will emerge, especially in areas like AI development and ethics, things we haven't even thought of yet.
And it feels like a lot of companies are trying to make AI more accessible. which is a good thing, right? Like DeepSeek, they just launched a mobile app with their V3 model, so now anyone with a phone can use it.
It's AI for the masses. Text generation, translation, image editing, all in your pocket.
Pretty cool. And on the topic of transparency, Princeton University launched the Holistic Agent Leaderboard, or HAL.
Oh yeah, HAL. It's like a scorecard for AI agents. You can see how they perform on different tasks, compare them, make sure they're reliable.
So it's all about accountability, making sure AI is trustworthy.
Exactly. Speaking of cool AI stuff, did you see that Mirror Me unveiled Black Panther 2.0?
The robotic dog. Yeah, the one that can run 100 meters in under 10 seconds.
That's insane. Like, what are they feeding that thing?
I know, right? It's crazy how fast robotics is advancing.
Imagine the possibilities: search and rescue, exploration, even just entertainment.
Yeah, those robotic dogs would be a hit at any sporting event. And while MirrorMe is building robot athletes, Google's making its AI tools more accessible for businesses.
Oh, yeah. They consolidated their workspace AI features and made the pricing more affordable.
Smart move. It opens up AI to more businesses, big and small.
Exactly. AI can help businesses streamline workflows, collaborate better, and make smarter decisions. It's a game changer.
For sure. And for the audio folks out there, Minimax released T2A01HD, which is a text-to-audio model that supports voice cloning and multiple languages.
Wow, that's huge for podcasters, audiobook producers, anyone creating audio content.
Imagine being able to create high-quality audio in any voice or language you want. The possibilities are endless.
It really is mind-blowing. This deep dive has been quite a journey. We've covered so much ground, from healthcare and education to geopolitics and the future of work.
Yeah, it's amazing how AI is touching every aspect of our lives. It's exciting, it's scary, it's definitely something we need to be talking about.
Absolutely. AI is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
The future of AI is not predetermined. It's being shaped right now by the choices we make, the conversations we have, and the actions we take.
So let's stay informed, stay engaged, and make sure we're using AI to build a better future for everyone.
That's a great message to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI. Until next time.